Okay, we're going through a hip flexor stretch. So for this, to start, you're going to be in this half kneeling position. Feel free to put a pad underneath the knee if that makes it more comfortable for you. No sense in being in any unnecessary pain if that's a problem for you. So in this position, we're about 90 degrees at the knees and at the hips. Here, the important piece of this before going into this stretch is that you sit up nice and tall. So bring that chest nice and high for me. We don't need to extend backwards, but I want you to be in a nice tall posture. And then the second most important thing is drawing up and in with the belly button. So we want to tilt the hips backwards. So if I turn sideways here, we don't want to be arched like this. That's a common thing as you go into this hip flexor stretch to have this big, strong arch here. So what I want you to do is I want you to set that pelvis first by drawing that belly button in. Then once you've set your pelvis there, now you can lunge forward, maintaining that brace. So this is an important piece, and you will feel that stretch much sooner if you engage first before going into your lunge stretch. So you should feel this in the front of the hip or even down into the front of the thigh. Once you're in this position, then you're going to go and make this a little bit more dynamic, and we're going to add a glute squeeze and then a relax. And as you relax, you might be able to lean forward just a hair more, but if not, that's okay. Still, we'll go through breath in, glute squeeze, exhale, relax, still maintain that strong brace. This is enough of a stretch in and of itself. However, if we want to add even a little bit more, we can by adding a little bit of a side bend to the opposite side. So now we'll start to tackle some of the fibers that are a little bit higher and attach in into the spine here. So again, from the front, engage, tilt the hips back, lunge forward slightly, go through your glute squeezes. We can also add a side bend. Again, this is not necessary to still get a good hip flexor stretch, but it can be a nice dynamic piece to really attack most of the muscles in the front of the hip here. So again, make this dynamic with the glute contract, relax, but also make sure you're breathing throughout this process. Only go to the point where you feel a moderate amount of tension. Don't go to the point of pain. That's not helping anything, and you certainly shouldn't feel any pinching in the low back here. It should feel all in the front of the hip. Give this a shot. Let me know how it goes.